Welcome creative friends, Ed and Edie here from The Creativity Activist. Today I'm bringing you a walkthrough of what I'm including in my friendly 5 challenge box, which is going out to Alisha at Love Letter Generation. And Alisha's been very patient whilst I brought this together. I came home, delayed. Everything seems to have interrupted my capacity to get this work done. But I wanted to enjoy the process, and I have. And it's finally here, so I'm boxing this up and sending it off to Alisha. I did buy this very cool cowboy boot bag with the intention that I would put a tag flip inside here, but my tag flip's way too big, so I've worked out a way to still include it, and it'll have some additional things inside. So there's that gorgeous cowboy boot, and one of the things that's going inside there is this very nice sparkly mesh ribbon that I eventually found at Michael's. Didn't have the best experience at Michael's, but I know Alisha will love this. It's pink and sparkly. So there we go. That's going in the shoe. And then also going in the shoe is this little tin. And I bought some beads for Alisha, and then I've also shared some of the beads that I bought for myself so that she could have some of those as well. So there's some sparkly pink and white beads in there. And then I bought this string of beads that had cowboy hats on it, which I thought was really cute, but it came with all sorts of silver on it, so I knew she probably wouldn't want that. So there you go. And I bought some of these tulip beads. I know she probably might have some of these, but nice to have some new ones if she does already have them. These are little apples, and you build the little tops to the apples, and then these are multicolored sparklers. So I'm putting those inside that little tin, and that will go off to Alisha as well. And then I also could not resist buying her a lip smacker. I don't know if she has this one. If she does, she's welcome to pay it forward. But here we go, a Hello Kitty lip smacker. I did buy this in Target. Also didn't find very much to buy in Target, but I did find that for Alisha, so that was really good. And I'm also including some little die cuts of some of the dies that I bought for myself that I thought she might like to have a few of, including my all-time favorite lolly. Not everybody loves these, and it's okay if Alisha doesn't, but these are my all-time, across the world, favorite lolly to eat. I absolutely love them, and I buy them in like £5 bags when I go to America because can't get them in Australia very frequent, like with any ease. A little note, I'm going to put some of my new bow paper on the outside of the box as well. And then let's get down to the tag flip. So we agreed that we would use the Maggie Holmes round trip collection, and yeah, decided to make a tag flip and shared that with Alisha, and she went down the same track as well, I understand. Now, one of the things about putting this together is that I absolutely was not opening her box until I've had it done. So I've had that staring at me for some time. But anyway, as soon as this is filmed, I'm ripping open that box. One of the other things I'm including in the boot is I bought these bookmark blanks and these acrylic stickers. So I've made one of those to share with Alisha as well. That was hiding on the top there. Alrighty, let's go. So in true fashion, for me, I've made a ribbon tassel for the top with all sorts of pink and gold ribbons. And then I've put some dangles on the bottom of some of them. Some of them are cowboy boots and others are little travel charms. So I've just tied those on with a jump ring to the end of the big chunky rickrack. And then these ones on the string, I just tied them on. And I always just put a little dab of glue on the knot so that it's going to stay on there. But certainly if Alisha wanted to, she could take that tassel apart. And then in Alisha's travel photos, I noticed she wore her pink shoes like this a lot. So I thought I would include this with the tag flip Doesn't come with gold findings though, so she'll have to cope with a little bit of silver. And I did find this chenille patch when I was in Walmart, so I've included that. And then this is the run of the tags. So the idea was we'd buy 5 things for each other in 3 to 5 different stores. So some of my tags are about the stores that I visited, and others are about the places and then the stores that were there. So yeah, let's just go through them. So Michael's, I had a love-hate relationship with my trip to Michael's, as I expressed before. But the first Michael's I went into, I did manage to find these little bead landing dangles with gold findings on them. So I thought Alisha would like those. And I'm just including a little note about what I loved in each of the, either the stores or the places. And then I've used this envelope tag and then a little picture of the Michael's front door in that slide there, because it says make creativity happen, which means a lot to me. So there we go. And I've used Michael's along the bottom there, and if she wanted to, she could just take that off if she ever had any desire to reuse the tag. But yeah, little bits of stitching, and I love all the different textures in those collections. And then this little envelope here contains some washi tape from the washi wall from the paper place, which is in Houston, or just outside of Houston. And my favorite thing about Houston were the murals. I saw lots of amazing, amazing wall murals in Texas, but particularly in Houston, they were outstanding. And this is my favorite one that had the girl and the little bird. So there's a little picture of the washi wall inside that slide, and then I made a little envelope and put my little note about what I loved in Houston, and then these 2 washi tapes I bought specifically for Alisha, so hopefully she enjoys those. And then before I went to America, I had the opportunity to send a whole lot of stuff to my friend Amy's house. So I bought these Cartwright sequins, which I can't seem to access in Australia, so I'm sharing those with Alisha. And I also bought her a packet of very pink Cartwright sequins, and then I'm popping it in this little envelope that I've secured a little tip in to the front of, and just layering up those elements. These little doilies at the back are from Uniquely Creative, and then I've included my little note inside that one there. We'll get back to that at the end. And then this little pocket here says good time, but I've included an extra S on there in case she wants to change it to good times. But this represents Scrap and Good Time, which is a store that I visited in Corsicana. And then in that store, I purchased Pink and Main products for Alisha. So both the bling there and some more flat bling. And I thought, yeah, she might like to have those, but also she might think, good time, I think you're missing the S, so I put the S on there. Once again, layering up from the collection. Just one other note, this little pink cowboy lady here is something that I coloured in electronically, and I thought, I'm going to give that to Alisha. So there you go. And then moving on to Hobby Lobby. So this group of fuzzy nutcrackers was the very first thing I picked up in Hobby Lobby, and that obviously came home with me for Alisha. But I had this strategy of going to the sticker aisle first and, you know, walk past Christmas, but of course I didn't walk past Christmas, I started there, so that was fun. And I've also included another little similar patch of a cowboy boot inside this little pocket here that says freaking HL, Hobby Lobby. And this is the young lady at the first Hobby Lobby that was processing my order. It took her quite some time. Anyway, I was very appreciative of her service. But I'm hoping Alisha hasn't purchased these for herself, because I've also not allowed myself to look at her haul videos. But if she has, I'm pretty sure she'll love them and she won't mind having a few more. So that was Hobby Lobby. And then my last tag is from my time in Austin, which is also the place that Alisha visited. So this is the place we had in common. And I went to this amazing store and then it had a strip of stores around that particular store. So this pocket represents that. So at the paper pantry itself, I bought these 2 sets of stickers. So one pretty in pink, all about Alisha, and the other side of Alisha is her love for retro and the 80s. So I got her these Pip stickers, which was one of my favorite sticker brands, so that she could have those as well. And then I also included a little sticker that's from the Roommate Collective, which was the store right next door to the paper pantry, and I loved that store. And because Alisha was also going to Austin, I picked up a little sticker for her there. And then the other thing that I've made to put inside the box is a little memory album for Alisha. Hopefully she might use it. So I've made this with a globe on the front and stacking up the embellishments and some beads and sequins down the sequins. What are they called? Charms down the side, including some little bead wrappings. And then on the inside, I haven't decorated the pages because I thought she might, but just on the top, I've put the places that she went. So she went to Florida, she went to Texas, she went to Nevada, she flew out to Arizona, and she went to Hawaii on the way home. So I thought that might be just somewhere she could keep one little memory of each of the places that she went. And to help to facilitate that, I've included some what I loved tags and then some ephemera from the pack. So that concludes my little friendly 5 for Alisha. Thoroughly enjoyed this process. Thanks so much, Alisha, for agreeing to undertake this challenge with me. I really enjoyed the challenge, and also talking to you throughout the process and after the process, and just continuing to chat about all things crafty. So here we go. Make friends and buy them things, and enjoy the process of giving and receiving. All the best with this, Alisha. I hope you love what I've bought for you. Enjoy.